Yo, what is up, everybody? Don't mind me. I just decided not to write anything down, and then my pen wasn't working for a second. We are back with Jonathan Young's 2015 stuff. Today we have I See the Light. Don't even worry about that. The Disney Tangled cover. Now, when Jonathan Young does Disney covers, it's usually pretty intense, so I think we got a good one here today. And I looked in the description, and the lady singing with John that I've never seen and or heard before is Valentina. Don't know anything about her, but it sounds exciting. I'm actually gonna scroll down some a little bit darker. There we go. Sounds exciting. I listened to the original. It sounds really good. You might hear a sound here for a second. Hold on. Whoa, hold on. Cool your jets. All right. Yeah. The originals, I mean, it's good. It's Disney. Like, Disney don't write bad songs, because as I was thinking to myself earlier, like, Disney's got so much fuck you money that they hire the best composers and people that they could find. Like, Disney don't write bad songs. That's why they're the empire they are. So the song was good, sounded beautiful. The Disney sing-along video there at the end, Flynn, the only reason I know their names is because of Princess Rap Battle, because I've never seen Tangled. Again, it's Disney, so it looks good. It's probably good, like, for sure it's probably good. It's just, I don't know. Story about wow, hold on. A story about Rapunzel. It was a cool story when I was like 3, but like, now I'm older, and like, I think it was in my 20s or something when it came out. Maybe no, I was younger than that. One of my late teens, 20s, and stuff. Like, I don't know, a story of Rapunzel doesn't like really give me like, I gotta see that, even if it's Disney, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know most of the songs from Tangled or anything really about Tangled. But at the end of the sing-along, Flynn was going in there for the kiss. Like, he was about to get that kiss and stuff, and then like he noticed something in the distance, and he like stopped the kiss. I was like, bro, even someone's charging at you, about to kick your ass. I don't know what happens in the movie. I assume it's from the movie. Like, you don't stop that kiss, but you get that kiss, and then you worry about whatever's coming at you or whatever caught your eye or whatnot. That's all I'm saying. Like a rookie. But I mean, it looks like a good movie. Sounded like a great song. A lot of acoustics going on. Female, male singer back and forth. I imagine that's going to be very beautiful. So let's not waste any more time than we already have talking about Flynn trying to steal that kiss and failing like a scrub lord that he is. And let's bring it on down here, and let's see what John and Valentina can cook with this song. Jesus. Oh, I forgot to turn this part down. It's fine. Minnesota. I didn't know it was in Minnesota. Assumed he was in Cali.
All those days watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time never even knowing just how blind I've been. Now I'm here, blinking in the starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see. Standing here, it's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be. And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted. And at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new.
The fog is lifted, and at last I see the light.
And it's like the sky is blue,
And it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you. Now that I see you.
Yeah, it was like a
What's up,
minute
hipsters?
and a
Thank you
half
so much
extra.
for watching. If you enjoyed this cover, you can buy both of my Disney cover albums
John's
by
got some
clicking
stuff
up
to say.
here or down in the description below. Or if you are completely out of money, you can also listen to all of my Disney covers on Spotify for free. Or if you'd like a signed CD, a t-shirt, a poster, you can go over to jonathanyoungmusic.com. And if you'd like to see some behind-the-scenes exclusive content like instrumentals and daily updates on my music, you can support me at patreon.com/JonathanYoung. Also, you should come and say hi on your favorite social media sites. Tell me how you're doing this weekend or something like that. I hope you're doing great. I'm doing great. Last but not least, I would like to give a huge shout out to the wonderful, the lovely Valentina and her producer, David. David.
Looks like David.
I don't know how to pronounce your name, man, but you guys are the best. So Valentina was one of the winners of my singing contest that I did this past year. She absolutely blew me away. So her prize for winning the singing contest was to sing with me on my channel, and this was the song that we decided to do. And Davide, can I call you Dave? He did a wonderful job producing not only Valentina's contest entry, but also the video and the audio for Valentina's part of this video as well. So they're both great, and I will put some links somewhere down in the description so that you can check both of them out. I love you guys. I think that's all I have to say right now. You guys are great. Hearts. And wait, I forgot to snap.
Man, homie's on. I mean, he at least it was. I assume he's maybe even added to that, maybe taken a few off. I don't know if all those are still legit, as this was 7 years ago. 8? Almost 8 years ago. Wow, it's been almost 8 years. Jesus. Old. But I already knew that. Yeah. That's really cool, actually. That's why I was like, I've never seen this person before, and I don't think I've ever seen them sing with John since. That would make sense because it was a contest they threw, and that person got to sing with them. And, bruh, like that's a pretty cool reward for a contest right there. Like, and that's all kind of like little fun stuff and whatnot. I feel like John should do that more often. I don't know if he only did it once, if he did it like occasionally off and on as it's continued. I feel like that's like something like maybe every 1 to 2 years he hosts an annual or biannual, or whatever you would call that, contest to have someone sing a song with him. So it's not like every single month, he's got to worry about collabing with someone, but it's like once a year, he's like, hey, I want to find some awesome, really good singers out there. Maybe you can get known and stuff, stuff like that. That'd be really cool if he continues that like 2016, 2017 or something. Maybe he still does. Maybe he still does it to this day. I don't know. I just don't remember seeing it in 2014. That's all I know. But that's pretty fucking cool. As for the singing itself, start with John. I mean, the video was really cool, especially when they were like spliced together, and like the editing on that was really awesome. Start with John's. John in his low baritone range, very breathy, good vocalizations in there, all around well-rounded. Valentina, I mean, sounded great. Definitely see why she won the contest. She definitely just like I like to point out with Andrea from Lacuna Coil, you can still like, usually most singing, at least Western singing, has its own kind of accent. So even someone has a thick European accent, they sound like they're speaking English when they sing, like perfect English accent when they sing, because Western music has its own kind of accent that everyone kind of follows and whatnot. But there's some people that don't, and like I could hear her accent coming in pretty clear in some notes in some places into the singing and whatnot, which didn't deter from anything. Actually, it kind of had its own really cool flavor on it. So it definitely didn't affect anything at all. It's just a statement of fact that I could definitely hear her accent coming in into the singing and whatnot. But I kind of liked that. I thought it was kind of cool. Yeah, her singing sounded great, but the mixing. Back to the mixing. It wasn't necessarily the mixing. The mixing was fine, actually. The mixing was fine. That's not bad. It is a production issue, but not mixing. Not the mixing. They not only did they slap like some echo and reverb on her voice, but then they slapped it on again, and then they piled it on again, and they just turned that up to 20 and piled it on again. Like, her voice is so echoey and reverby. It's just like, whoa. So that's a little weird. At first, it's just like, you could tell it's there. It's like really on thick, but it's like, not bad. Still good. Still liking it. At some point, you're like, we'll get there when we get there. But it almost sounds like it's causing this like rubbing vibration hum to her vocal sound. It's just like, you can turn that down a little bit. What you doing? But besides that, yeah, like flawless singing from both of them. Well, straight up flawless singing from both of them. Just I don't know why they put so much damn verb and echo on her, but like, I mean, it didn't ruin it by any means. It just like created this really weird sound at certain places, but not enough to ruin anything. It was just an odd choice, but yeah. Switching the acoustic guitar to piano, very beautiful choice. Some beautiful string work in there as well. Just, yeah, all the instrumentation, very simple. But I mean, that's the whole point of the song, is to keep it nice and simple and soft and romantic. And they achieved that very well in this cover, even by switching it up to the piano. Yeah, just all around, almost flawless, beautiful performance here. Just a little bit of weirdness on her vocals, but besides that, like, clean fucking cover here. Yeah. Let's, you know what we do, you know how we do. Let's go back to the beginning here. First thing I noted was the piano, and then I noted the violin. I don't know when that comes in. I don't know if that's there in the get-go, but when it comes in, we'll talk about it. Or at least the strings in general. I'm sure violin's part of that, but I don't know if there's extra strings in there. I'll keep my ears open for that. And then immediately, because, the vocals start out with Rapunzel's, so Valentina starts singing it out. And immediately I was just like, the echo and reverb, just wrote that down immediately. But in that passage, that beautiful little interval jump there, decently up to that higher, almost like near falsetto range, she nailed that. Like, Valentina nailed that jump, that interval jump there. She fucking nailed that, and it was beautiful and gorgeous. So I definitely want to check all that out before we get to the chorus here. If I haven't done so already, bring me back down. Excuse me. And let's get into that. Very beautiful. Dun, 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 dun. That, well, it's very reminiscent of Evanescence, My Immortal. Dun, 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 dun. I like that. It's very, very arpeggiated with some nice, like, seconds and thirds in there. It's very beautiful, rolling up and down kind of melody. It's very smooth. It's very soft. That's why it's That's why it's used similarly in other very soft, sweet songs. Like, well, My Immortal's not really sweet; it's sad, but like sweet sounding songs in general. It's just a nice little pidgeated rhythm there. Beautiful on that piano. Nice tempo to it. And that coming in there from the strings there, just soft. It kind of enters pretty soon. Also, did not know he was in Minnesota. Is he still in Minnesota? I imagine. I feel like he's in L.A. now, or somewhere in California now. He did shoot a video, I think, in Cali, but I think they were just visiting. That's what it looked like. But I want to say he's in California now, but I could be very wrong. But Minnesota, did not guess that one. That's pretty cool. Anyways.
All those days watching from the windows.
Okay. It could be less noticeable with the headphones. Without headphones, I should say. You're just listening to straight up. But with these headphones that do have some surround sound kind of qualities to them, in general, I can hear everything coming in clearly. The kind of the softness in her voice, perfect. The breathiness and just kind of the reflective nature of it, wonderful. The echo and verb on that bitch is almost on every word she's saying, man. It's just so noticeable. It's just like it's rumbling my ears in a soft, slow, quiet song. It's like I don't know if it was David or whoever was producing on this bitch that was like, I like that sound. Crank it up. It can't go anymore. Crack it and go a couple more times around. I don't know who made that decision, but like, I could have used with some less. But it still can't take away from the fact that her vocals are wonderful. She's doing a fantastic job on the song.
All those days watching from the windows. All those years outside looking in. All that time, never even
Is that fourth? I want to say it's a fourth jump there. Very beautiful. You can see her prepare herself for it and just lift into it. Like, very gorgeous, very smooth, just clean singing here. Again, definitely see why she won this contest for sure.
all that time, never even knowing just how blind I've been. Now I'm here, blinking.
And that creeping in from the violin there, very gorgeous. And I like the way she kind of brings it back down, and like the lower she gets on the notes, the kind of like softer she gets with her dynamics. Like beautiful, rounded, phrased singing here. Just gorgeous, gorgeous.
Now I'm here, blinking in the starlight.
And you hear in the word starlight, you can kind of hear her accent creeping in and whatnot. It's on a few notes, you just hear it kind of coming in and whatnot. But like honestly, I think it gives this beautiful kind of flavor to the song in general. So like, I'm digging it. I'm definitely digging it. As you could just tell in parts where her accent pops in.
Now I'm here, blinking in the starlight. Now I'm here, suddenly I see. Standing here, it's all so clear. I'm
Nice, clean tone. The notes are coming out just beautifully. Even when she's switching into different keys or to different different ranges and stuff, like it's very clean delivery, very clear crystal tone to her. Just like she's singing very wonderfully.
standing
Nice kind of sharp forward sound on that note. E, holding out the E there. I like that.
Where I'm meant to be.
You can see how she kind of like leans into the sharp nasal of E with her teeth there. But she knows what she's doing, man. She's a good singer. I actually kind of want to go check out more stuff from her. Like, actually, I'm pretty impressed with her singing. So it's pretty damn good.
I'm where I'm meant to be. And at last I see.
Yeah, there we are. When we get to the chorus here, you can hear it. You can hear it like, you could hear it like fizz and like, what's the word from that? I want to say backlash, backfeed. That's not right. You can hear the buzzingness of like the mic. I was saying I don't think I know she has a puff guard on there, so that might be part of the reason why. But you can hear that feedback. There we go. That like vibrating, buzzing feedback when she started pushing more into that chorus there. Like again, like the echo and the reverb on there is noticeable in some places, but like it's manageable, especially once your ears get used to it. It's just like, okay, you know, this is how it is. But then when she starts pushing into it, it becomes way too much. It starts like feedbacking the fucking mic and just creates this crazy sound. So again, her singing. Whoever put those effects on the mic and said, let's turn up to 50 when it can only go up to 10, but it's like, fuck that, keep going to 50. I don't understand, but like, it's only small points where it's just like, oh, what the fuck. But let's just hear if you can see it too. Like right when she starts that chorus, when she pushes into it, like the sound that just sends out of that mic is crazy.
It's all so clear. I'm where I'm meant to be. And at last I see.
It's just like it just weird sounds, man. Weird sounds goes out of that fucking mic. I don't know the choices. I don't understand the choices, but it's okay.
I'm meant to be. And at last I see the light. And it's like the fog has lifted.
Nice. I like the breathy note there. Tid, like very nice. Very nice on lifted and holding out the vowel there. Great sound of the vowel, great note fall down, like good stuff there. There's also other parts here in the chorus that I want to get to. There's some parts where both where like she kind of she throughout this chorus, I think it's just kind of the way the song in general is structured. I don't know if she's ad-libbing this part and playing around with the rhythm, or if it's just written that way naturally. I think it was written that way naturally, but I've only heard the song once, so I don't know. And I wasn't analytically paying attention to it. I was just kind of getting a general feel for it. So it could have happened in the original. I do not know. But there's parts like on Lifted where she kind of like she'll play with the tempo a little bit. She'll like pull some stuff back, slow it down, and then like do a little bit of a faster passage and kind of go back and forth occasionally. But there's one part specifically where she had this pretty big ritardando, and then John followed that on the piano, which was really fucking cool. And good falling notes in there as well. And something about the way she said you, the word you, at some point. I think it's at the end of the chorus, but I'm not 100% positive. So let's go back a little bit. Let's hear some of the way she's playing with these passages.
And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted.
It's like the fog. Like you see how some like da 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 da. Like fast passage and then like more stretched out, kind of stretching some words, slowing a few things down, breaking out the words lifted, Like, that's really cool. Again, I don't know if that was their doing, their composition of it, or if that's how it's originally written. I don't know, but it's really cool. Whoever wrote that, that's really fucking cool.
And it's like the fog has lifted, and at last I see the light. And it's like the sky is new, and it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted.
See how she kind of starts slowing that line down a little bit. Shifted, like she starts like slowly retardandoing that into the last two words, and then John has this little retardando passage on the piano there. That's really cool.
Warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted.
Back to tempo.
Everything looks different now that I see you.
Ooh. Again, I don't know if that was written or if that's a change she or they made. I do not know. But that note though, that's a rubbing note. I don't know if it's like full on dissonant, or if it's just like you expect to hear a cadence there, so you expect to hear like a 1 or a 5 or something like that. And it sounds like she throws in like maybe like a third or like a seventh or something. She just like swings into this different note that you don't expect it to fall down to, and she leans into that note and just holds it out, and it has this very interesting sound.
Now that I see you.
Was that intended? That's because I was like close to a 1. Hold on, give me go. Let me have it fall into that again.
All at once, everything looks different now that I see you.
I think. What's going on there? And like, instead of, I think you're expecting it to fall down, either stepwise or like by thirds or something, down to that note. But she goes down to a leading tone and then pushes into it, I think is what I hear. And I think the note itself is not, I want to say, perfectly in tune. It sounds like it maybe has a little bit of a raised sharp edge to it. Not that it's out of tune, but I think that that's helping with that, with not hearing it the way you're expecting to hear it, with her going down and leading into it, and then like even pushing it up even higher. I think it creates this like very interesting like whoa sound to it. Pretty fucking cool if I do say so myself. I want to hear that again. So hold on, let her build into that again. That's very fascinating.
All at once, everything looks different now that I see you.
Although
That fucking build up into that dun 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 into Jonathan's. I think there's even a slight retardando and then like a accelerando into his part too. I think it slows down a little bit and then builds back to tempo for John's part there, while it's just going upwards chord wise there. That's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, that is such a very cool way to end off her vocal lines and then push into John's there. Very fucking fascinating. Love that. So here we have, of course, John's vocals. Again, as I mentioned before we went back through, started going back through here. Very low and is very warm, rounded baritone range. With adding a lot of extra breathiness in there and whatnot to kind of keep the softness of this going on. Very, very cool. I do want to hear that build again because that was crazy. We'll go around here. I think we can find it around here. Yeah, I like the way that John decided to go with this one here. And of course, do I have anything else in here? Not really. Once we get to around like 220 or something like that, There's a lot of extra vocalizations, and they start singing together and stuff. So it's gonna be, we're just gonna kind of let it keep rolling out like we've been doing, and go through a lot of those. But yeah, I really like how not only soft and beautiful and gorgeous that they made this, but I like that they still added in some playfulness, some extra little embellishments here and there, without taking away from the general theme and tone of it. I think they did a really good job with that, so I want to explore some of those.
All those days chasing down a daydream.
Yeah, so breathy, but you can still hear that low vibration that John has in his voice. It sounds so good and chocolatey. Yeah, it just has that smooth, round rumbliness to it, but he's still adding so much breath to those notes. Fantastic.
All those days chasing down a daydream. All those years living in a blur. All that
So much breath on every note. Love it.
time never truly
No, no. Nice jump there. I like that. Pulled it off very well. It's even a quick jump too, and he still pulls it off very well.
all that time never truly seeing things the way they were.
Interesting note there. Way they were. Expect him to go down, but he goes back. That doesn't resolve that. Oh, that's interesting.
Things the way they were.
Interesting.
Now she's here, shining in the starlight. Now she's here, suddenly I know if she's
I love that nice round open sound that he just pushed there. Very, very standard John Young sound there. I love that. I want to hear that again. That was cool.
here, suddenly I know.
I guess I will point this out because he does do a cool thing to kind of bring back to the moment in the movie itself, to where when he says that line, I don't remember what the line is. He just said it, and I don't remember what it is. But when he says that line, like the camera cuts over to Rapunzel, like playing with the lights and stuff. I don't know what those are. It looks like the lights you like light and pull up when someone has died. But I don't know. But she's playing with it, like reaching off the bow and whatnot, and it shifts over to her. So during this whole part, Valentina's still being recorded, but she's not seeing it, so she's just kind of listening and whatnot, and it shifts over to her visual, and then back to John's. Like, that is a good little cheeky nod to the movie there. I do appreciate that.
Now she's here, suddenly I know if she's here, it's crystal clear.
No. Maybe a little extravagant, but you know what? It sounds so good that I don't even mind the little bit of overdone that it might be. Like, it's just like, not sure if it's like 100% needed, but he commits to it and he nails it. So it's just like, I'll take that. That's pretty cool.
If she's here, it's crystal clear. I'm where I'm meant to go. And at last I
Nice little jump there while holding out the note, and that build into them singing together is really cool. Thinking about that little extra embellishing line he did there, kind of reminds me of what I thought about the song in general, because the movie came out in 2010. Listening to it, I was just like, this sounds such like a 90s song. Like something I would expect to hear in one of those, like, not necessarily cheesy, but I always go back to Girl in the Tower, Girl in the Tower. I don't remember what it is. Because I want to say the title of the song is called Girl in a Tower, but I'm pretty sure they say Girl in the Tower during the song, so like it's confusing, but I could be completely wrong about that. But from King's Quest 5 or 6, I want to say. Such a fucking 90s song. And it gave me those vibes, but it's like sounds like a '90s inspired song, but like set in the mid 2Ks, like 2005, 2006, something like that. So that little embellishment they did there, that's just like a little bit silly, but like still sounds good. Like that kind of, to me, like heightened that like '90s feel. So that's really cool. But I want to hear this push again to both of them singing. It's very coolly done.
It's crystal clear. I'm where I'm meant to go. And at last I see.
Yeah, that retardando pickup into the chorus of both of them singing together. That retardando's back into chorus tempo. That pickup, dun 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 dun. That both of them join in on the pickup together after that. Oh, that's fucking cool. That's well written. That's clever. It sounds great. Their voices combining. Like, we've been waiting for that moment throughout the whole piece because you know it's gonna happen. And they sound so good together. Like, that's such a climactic moment of this song, and they nail it.
It's crystal clear. I'm where I'm meant to go. And at last I see the light. And it's
Oh yeah, and while we're in the last, I think it stops like 3 minutes, 30 seconds here rolling out and whatnot. I've noticed this, especially around 250, so the last like 10-15 seconds. But like, there's this actually, this really reminds me, Disney does this a lot. Disney does this a lot. It reminds me of Love is an Open Door, because it sounds pretty normal until you try to sing Hans, I think is his name. Again, I only know that because of the Anna and Rapunzel rap. I have seen Frozen, but it was like once, and it was like 10, 15 years ago, I want to say. I think I was like, I don't know, 20, 21. So at least like 10 to 15 years ago. I don't know, it was out 15 years ago, so let's say 10 years ago. So at least like 10 years ago, I saw it once. I don't remember the names very well. Once you try to sing Hans' part, you hear like how like the melody line is so easy to memorize and to sing along with. Anna's part's easy. The different notes that Hans has, like, those are hard to hear. They're hard to nail when the melody is going and not accidentally jump up to the melody line. I would know. I sung it. I actually sung it with my ex-wife. This is actually kind of a cute little moment. I'm not going to show the video because fuck that. But we gathered a bunch of friends together and we're just like, oh, we're going to put on a little mini concert for you. We've got like a song to sing and whatnot. I mean, of course, she kind of knew what was going on, but she went along with it. So, you know, nice of her, I guess. You know, the moment at the end where it's like, you know, can I say something crazy? Will you marry me? You know, I had my friend who was recording. She gave the recording to someone else, came over and like stopped her right at the end of the song. She's like, what the fuck, I'm not done. And that's when I came out, popped out the ring, was like, you know, will you marry me? You know, like they say in the song, you know. So that's how I know that song, the Hans's parts are really hard to sing. It's kind of the same thing here. Is like the different, I don't know if it's technically counter punctal. Is that how you pronounce the I don't know if it's written in counterpoint or not, but the very like two lines moving in like very different directions and then meeting up certain places and passing and whatnot. The writing on this, if you listen specifically to John's voice especially, John kind of moves around to different notes, some that not necessarily clash but rub a little bit and then releases them, and just all the writing in here is very very complex. Again, or at least decently complex. It's not simple. It's not your simple like any little kid can sing it kind of writing. The melody line is. The other line that John's singing is not. The accompanying line is not. So keep your ears open for these very intricate notes and counterpuntal writing in here. I'm gonna say it is. I don't know if it is, but I imagine it's at least loosely based around that. Anyways, let's, why not get that fucking build up into there again? Because it sounds fucking awesome.
It's crystal clear. I'm where I'm meant to go. And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog is lifted. And at last I see the light.
And it's like the sky is blue.
Woo! That's a beautiful high note right there. That's like I think she's going into her falsetto range for that note. At least it sounds like it, a little bit at least. But that's little that she adds on there as well. Gorgeous, beautiful, airy, crystal note there. Fucking beautiful, man. Great job, Valentino. Great job.
And it's like the sky is blue.
And it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted.
And they come together on a dissonant clashing note between the two, and then they release in different directions there. That is some writing, dog. That's some writing. Again, I don't know if that's in the original. Again, I was not analyzing it that deeply, but I would not be surprised if Disney wrote like that. Disney's really good at writing. I mean, again, as I said, they got so much fuck you money that they can just shovel out to hire some of the best composers and singers and orchestrators out there. So like their writing is fucking good. Like especially if you go back to some of their older songs as well. I mean even the newer songs are still really good. But like you go back to like especially Be Prepared and stuff, like even back then they were like writing. So like yeah, Disney's always been writing really good. So I would not be surprised, but god damn, I want to hear that again. Oh, okay, hold on.
It's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you.
Oh man, it's like you can it's like you again go great mixing. Like John did an amazing job mixing on this, or whoever put it together, whether if it was a combination of Valentina and David and John, or if she just sent her part over and John did the mixing or something. I don't know. I do not know how this went. I'm sure there's some kind of collaboration back and forth between them if Valentina has her own production crew with her, like a friend of hers or a partner of hers. Like I don't know who David is, but I'm sure there's some collaboration back and forth and whatnot. But God, it's like you can clearly hear the separation in their voices, and they keep like harmonizing beautifully and then getting tense with each other and separating. They keep coming back and forth between these kind of rubbing like tense sections and then releasing it back to the beautiful the harmony you expect to hear. It just, man, it's fantastic.
All at once, everything looks different.
I want to go back actually to where I was. I want to see if I can hear some of this again.
See the light, and it's like the fog is lifted, and at last I see the light.
And it's like the sky is blue.
And it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted.
This part's so weird.
All at once, everything looks different.
Da, 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 part is hard. It sounds easy. It's hard to sing when the melody line's happening at the same time because you naturally want to jump up to the melody line, but it's like it's so different than the melody line. It's hard to sing that. It's easy to sing isolated, hard to sing together.
All at once, everything looks different now that I see you. Now that I see you.
Both of them jumping up to that high register. I'd say she's more kind of in her middle, but John's jumping up to get close to her register. Like, Scott, give me that one more time.
That I see you.
Da, you hear that tension that then releases. Woo! Let's fucking go. Sorry, one last time. One last time.
Now that I see you.
And they release at the same time. That's especially not being in the same space and not recording together. I mean, you can obviously schedule it to be like that, but the fact that they made it so they both cut that note off at the same time, that is gorgeous. Nice little chord at the end. Woo! Woo! Now this was like 8 years ago, and I hope, because don't get me wrong, I like Savannah, but I was a little sad that she didn't continue on with music and whatnot. But like, I kind of really want to go check out Valentina, because Honey was crushing that fucking song, and her and John did an amazing job singing together and harmonizing their voices together and everything. It was like very beautiful. So I would love to go check out some of her stuff. Hopefully she's kept it up, because like she's got some serious talent there. Like she can go far for sure. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful and gorgeous and wonderful. And I'm like very hopefully wrong, but probably close to positive that this is not going to be on Spotify. But I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up right here. I see the light. Oh, yes, from Tangle. John. It's there. I don't know. It's there. You know what? I might just have to put this on a playlist. Shit. I'm glad that that's there. I'm glad that not only did John not destroy it, like he's done with quite a few of it, like almost everything for 2014 and most things for 2015. Like he still has a lot of stuff from 2015 on YouTube, but not on Spotify. But I'm glad not only did he not destroy it himself, but like I feel like that would be doubly insulting to Valentina, who he gave this opportunity to in the first place, to not have it on anything else besides YouTube. So like I'm actually really happy that that's there. I might have to check a little bit more of that out. I think I'm gonna go check out this Valentina, and hopefully she's still doing some stuff. Hopefully she's made it in the last 8 years. That'd be really cool if she's made it big. If she wasn't already making it big, that she's made it big. Because like I think she deserves it. Like one of the best. I mean, no offense to Travis. I like hearing Travis. Brady, he had an amazing comeback at the end of 2014. Like I still listen to their cover of Bruno Mars. Like I still have that on my work playlist, and I bump that every time it comes on. It sounds so good. So Brady had an amazing comeback. No, don't get me wrong. And Savannah sounds great, and I love Grace. I'm so sad they stopped doing stuff together, or had a falling out, or whatever happened between them. Don't get me wrong. I love Grace too, but like. Oh, they're making another pass. Don't get me wrong, I love Grace. But honestly, Valentina might have been one of the strongest voices I've heard John have with him on some of these songs. Like, don't get me wrong, it's very close between some of his other singers that he's had on there. But like, this one's taking the cake for me for sure. That was great. What do we got next before the fucking lawnmower comes back? I feel it's gonna come with a fear. I can see it. So next for Jonathan Young, we have "Son of Man." We are skipping one that I've already heard. Let me remember which one that is. Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride. Unfortunately, a lot of the Disney songs I have heard. I will break your lawnmower. Oh, yeah, do the quick pass. Yeah, of course, quick pass. You have to go over it twice. I mean, everyone knows this. You have to go back and forth twice on it, otherwise you don't cut it good. You know, I feel you. Motherfucker. Yes, unfortunately, I've listened to... Fortunately and unfortunately, it's kind of a double-edged blade, because fortunately I've heard it, but unfortunately I can't do a video of it. Well, I could, but it wouldn't really make sense. I've listened to Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride. Great song, great cover. So next we have "Son of Man," which I have to imagine is Tarzan this time. There's no way, right? Yes, okay. It's like, there's no way I'm gonna get that wrong twice, right? "Son of Man" is clearly Tarzan. Okay, yes, Tarzan. Alright, cool. How many times do you have to hit that same small strip of grass, bitch? There's no way, if you're on a riding lawnmower, which I can clearly hear you are, that you need to hit that same 2 patches of grass 6 times! 4 I get! 6? So yes, "Son of Man." "Son of Man" is next, but before we get there, we have our last Evanescence for the 2-piece release. We will be coming back for Evanescence soon-ish. But after that, we're going to a new band. Well, not new for me, but a new band at the 2-piece. One of the last 3 remaining. Which one's that? You gotta go check out Evanescence or wait a couple days to find that one out. I'm not just gonna give you that answer all willy-nilly. Crazy. Thank you for joining me, John and Valentina. Thank you so much for the music. Your voices together was an absolute delight, and I absolutely loved to hear it. So, thank you for the music. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all next time.